Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So today's review is on the Mossy Oak Compact Bow Quiver. This is the cheap of the cheap, boys and girls. Holds 4 arrows. It is very compact. Running mechanical broadheads, fine. Field points, fine. Very small broadheads that are fixed bladed, okay? So we're talking about these puppies. They'll load up fine and stack beside each other fine. Anything bigger than this, forget it. They're not going to work well. They're going to clash into each other. It'll make a lot of noise when you try to pull one out. It also will accept carbon arrows in this thing as well as aluminums. I have it set for the aluminums. To set it for the carbon, all you have to do is pull this off and flip it around to the narrow holes, and you can load your carbons in. No hassle. You want to switch back to aluminum, flip it over, and you're back to your aluminum. So let's load these up. It's supposed to be a quick release system too, which we'll get to. Okay, so those are loaded, and you do have lots of space between them. They hold in there good. They're not going anywhere. You know, it's gonna stay. Shake it all you want. As far as the quick release system goes, this got a big long T-bolt on it, okay? Once you've got this thing set up, by the way, you should only have to turn half a turn to disconnect it, and half a turn, and it's on there solid. I can hold the weight of my bow on there. It ain't budging. That's good and solid. So, compact is right. Very compact. Quick release system. It's a sort of semi-quick release system. I would have liked something better, but hey, for 20 bucks, and it wasn't bought for this bow anyhow, so we're not going to even worry about crabbing too much there. It is 100% plastic bolt. It does have a fitted brass fitting there that's threaded for the bolt, so that's the only metal on this thing, which is fine. The profile is good. I like the way the profile works on it. I like how it's, you know, my bow is still nicely balanced in my hand. The amount of weight it adds with 4 arrows is so minuscule, I don't even think you would notice. So, I mean, it's a good, perfect quiver if you're running field points or these mechanical broadheads or even small broadheads. Now, when I mean small broadheads, I'm talking the smaller broadheads. So we'll just put this down for a sec. I'll show you what I'm talking about here. Now, these are my small ones here, and these are my larger ones. So okay, so you can really see the difference. So this one here, the green one, these ones load in there fairly nicely. These black ones, which are larger, okay, so you got to kind of pick and choose here. If you're going after a game where you can use the small broadhead without any problem, taking out that animal, fine, you're good with this, and you got 4 shots loaded, right? If you're going after bigger game and you need a bigger broadhead, buy a different quiver. Bottom line, okay? So, $20 is a good price. Kudos there. Semi-quick release system, okay? Fits 4 arrows, cool. Works with aluminum or carbon, very cool. Very lightweight, extremely lightweight. Like I said, you're not going to notice that weight on there. Like, we'll take this off. I don't really notice any difference. So minuscule of a difference, you're not going to really notice it. If you do, I'd be surprised. But, you know, some people, I guess, could actually pick out that extra couple of ounces. Otherwise, pretty decent, really. So overall, it's a 3 out of 5 because it does have some drawbacks. The plastic bolt is a bit of a drawback. If you're not careful, You could force strip it, snap it, just wreck the threads completely. So you got to be careful that way. The broadhead thing is definitely an issue, so that's a bad thing. What else? Well, I guess that's pretty much about it, really. I mean, the biggest problem here is, you know, it's a cheap bolt. Doesn't work well with the other broadheads, but only the small ones and mechanicals and fields. So you got to be picky on the kind of game you're going after if you're going to use this kind of a quiver. I think, in all honesty, this quiver would be better suited for field points only, in that you just use this as, you know, a quiver for when you're target practicing, right? So it would be good and practical for that. But for hunting wise, I mean, you want to have at least, you know, 6 arrows, really. I mean, I would. And you'd want good broadheads on there, you know, regardless whether they're mechanical or fixed blade. But if you're going to use the fixed blade ones, you want the larger ones more than likely. Even if you want the smaller ones, hey, 4 shots, man, that's all you got up in the tree with you. You know, I'd rather have at least 6 shots, you know, personally. But that's me. And a larger quiver, yeah, it's going to be a little more bulkier. The quick release system is going to be a lot better. So is the main lockup. You know, but it's all part of you get what you pay for, you know, and practicality and purpose. You know, I mean, I don't know what their intention was for the building of this particular cheap quiver, other than, yes, it's a cheap quiver and it's a choice. It's cheap, but it has some restrictions to it with the kind of tips you can run on your arrows, and that's something you need to be made well aware of before you go and spend 20 bucks, when you might be able to spend another, you know, 8 or 10 bucks or 20 bucks even, get a much more superior quiver that's going to solve all your problems for field tips and your mechanicals and your fixed blade type broadheads and so on. So you can either buy a better quiver right off the top, or you buy one of these. Now these would be great actually for kids, for running practice arrows, and even adults, right? You got 4 shots loaded in there, you're shooting, boom, shooting, boom, and it's a good little quiver, you know, for that sort of thing. But for rugged ability, you know, taking up the abuse that hunters put their equipment through all the time, I would probably suggest a much higher end quiver, and I definitely would anyways, just so that if you want to run the bigger broadheads, you can. With this, restrictions, okay? But overall, really good quiver, great for the 20 bucks, you know. So it was priced very well, so it's good for that. Very, very simple to install. You know, half a turn, it's off, put your bow in your case, offload your quiver, you know, put all that stuff in your case, packs up nice and compact. So very good like that. So when they say it's a compact quiver, they're not kidding. That's really compact. It's very lightweight, you know, so no problem. It just has some impracticalities. So 3 out of 5 is what I'm going to give this thing overall. But it's up to you. You know, it's always, you know, your money and my money, and, you know, we all decide what we're doing, and, you know, but I think for a hunting situation, for me, I think I'm going to definitely upgrade to the 6 arrow quiver, and one that can handle the much larger diameter broadheads, you know, so, but as I said, this wasn't bought for this bow anyway. It was for another project, but I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a review on it, let you know what I thought about it, and good points and bad points I found about it, and you can make your decision from there. But otherwise, like I said, it is actually a good buy for 20 bucks if you can deal with its limitations. So thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Feel free to leave your comments, and if you got any questions, hey, feel free to ask that too. And we'll see you in the next one.